I'm Alessandra with RevZilla, and today we're going to have a look at the Klim Altitude women's jacket and pants available at RevZilla.com. The Klim Altitude women's jacket and pants is a recent redesign of a favorite that's been around for a little while now. Now, if we're looking at this compared to the other Altitude, first thing that you should know is that this is designed for 3 to 4 season touring, and it's specifically designed for a street application. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more ADV oriented, you should have a look at the Artemis. That's going to be a little bit more off-road friendly, but this is definitely to go anywhere that you want, but mainly on the street. Now, the major upgrades for this one over the previous Altitude are going to be a few. You're getting a better fit, so Klim now has in-house female designers that have really streamlined the fit to be a little bit more flattering and also a little bit more snug so that your armor is in place. That's something that I definitely want to mention. It's not just always about the way that it looks, but the way that it fits. The previous model was really boxy, kind of felt like snowmobile gear, and was just like a little bit sloppy in terms of keeping the armor in the right places. This is really streamlined, and then you get this awesome now, black on black, kind of like more streamlined look, which I really appreciate. You're getting some more awesome armor that's going to be better ventilated, and you're also getting a better ventilation scheme throughout the outfit. So all really great things from Klim. Now, before we get into the details of the jacket and pants themselves, a quick note on fit. So Lene to my left is 5'4", 125 pounds with a 34-inch bust and a 30-inch waist, and she's in a size medium jacket and a size 8 pants. So that's pretty correct per the size chart. What I will say is when it comes to the pants, definitely you want to measure, you want to go by the size chart because the waist is going to be a little bit smaller. It has adjustments though, but if you are curvier, getting it up over your hips is going to be, what you want to think about in terms of sizing. So let's get into the details. So the main construction of this outfit is going to be a Gore-Tex 2-layer performance shell. So what that really means is that you're getting Gore-Tex, so you're getting a jacket and pant that is waterproof. And with Gore-Tex, what's really nice about them over other waterproofing agents is that you have a lifetime guarantee. So if you're really investing into an outfit like this, you want that peace of mind that in a few years, if anything were to happen, you're going to be covered. Now, in terms of other parts of the construction, you're also going to get beefier abrasion resistance at the shoulder, 840D, and then you're also getting this goat at the elbows, which we'll see in a minute when we go to the side. And that's really consistent with what we've seen in their men's options. And I love seeing that, the parity between women's and men's options from a manufacturer, especially Klim, because they really are the beefiest option that you can get. So it's really great to see that boost in protection. The other thing that you can't see is going to be the armor. So this is D3O LP1 armor, and there's a full breakdown on this if you want to learn more, but the major call out here is that it's super ventilated. So not only is it protective, level 1 armor, but it's super flexible and it's going to flow air. So when you're on the road for a long period of time, being able to have an additional ventilation is really key. And as I mentioned, they focus on that throughout the jacket, so having that is going to be really consistent. So let's start at the top and make our way down. So if you start at the collar here, we now have a Velcro closure as opposed to a snap. And on the previous model, the snap was really just very cumbersome to get open and closed. And you're also going to have these loops here. And these loops can go around these little hooks to keep your jacket nice and open to cool you down in the front there. The other thing to call out is that in terms of ventilation, you have 2 more passive vents here that also double as pockets, but the major call out is going to be these 2 vents here, and I'm just going to lift up your arm. But you have a pull here, and you can open this all along the rib cage there, and that's an area that tends to get a little bit warmer. You tend to get a little bit hotter and sweatier in this area. So having that vent there is strategic so that you can cool down. And that was a request from women, so it's great to really see Klim answer to that. The other thing that I want to call out about the front is going to be the reflective. We're going to see it in the front, we're going to see it on the side as well as the back to really just make sure that you are visible to people on the road at all times. And then at the bottom here, your simple hand warmer pocket and a slightly longer fit to give you a little bit more coverage, pretty consistent touring fit. Now, along the arms here, so you're going to get that beefier protection here. You get really minimal Klim logoing, a bit of reflective, and then on the inside here, you're going to get these adjusters. And you also have another vent that's also waterproof here. So these vents are waterproof, meaning that you really are going to get that direct ventilation, and when it's closed, you're not going to get wet at all, which is really awesome. So focus on the ventilation was really key and really awesome this time around. You can go ahead and turn to the side and put your arms in the riding position. So again, at the side, just want to call out that combo of more beefy textile with the goatskin leather. That's really consistent with what we've seen in the men, and leather is just going to have a beefier abrasion resistance, so it really does make sense on the street. And again, that nice reflective here at the bottom and at the top is going to really keep you visible if you're turning and a car's lights flash at you, you'll be pretty visible. And you have it here as well. Now, going down the back here, you have gussets here at the shoulder to give you better range of movement. Down here, you're going to have a natural waist adjuster, so you can cinch this down if you need to, or expand it to give you a little bit more room. And then in addition to that, you're getting this hip gusset. Now, I love when manufacturers combine both of those because women's bodies are all different shapes and sizes. So having the adjustability is just something that's great to have. Personally, for me, even though I'm not super curvy, when I sit down on my bike, my jacket tends to bunch up. So this hip gusset here is going to give you a little bit more room there as well. Now, Lene, go ahead and turn to the back for me. So at the back of the jacket, you're going to have that reflective as well. You'll have the back protector underneath here. Again, that D3O that's going to flow a lot of air so that your back stays nice and cool. And then you're going to have two kind of exhaust vents here. And these exhaust vents, again, have the mesh on the inside. They go directly, to the body, but anything that's coming in through the front is going to come in out through the back and really cool you down. And finally, you have a nice long drop seat, again, to give you some coverage and to give you that kind of touring silhouette. You can go ahead and turn to the front for me and go ahead and open up the jacket. So on the inside of the jacket, there's not a ton to see, but we're still going to show you that you have a nice mesh liner. And the reason for that is with Klim, they really, as a principle, believe in pairing their jackets and pants with your own base layers. They don't do removable thermal liners or anything like that because those things can be a little bit bulkier, and also because it's nice to have thermal base layers that are actually close to your body if you want insulation. Similarly, even though you have the mesh lining in there, if you are out riding, we really do recommend using base layers in general. So even if it's in hot weather, a performance base layer designed for warm weather is going to be really great. So that's more of a philosophy from them. But you do have a pocket, and then at the bottom here, you'll see that there are also the pants. So the pants are really consistent in terms of design with the jacket. You're going to get that same Gore 2-layer performance. You're going to get the beefier abrasion resistance in the impact area. But the other thing to call out that I think is great is you're getting hip and knee armor out of the box, which is really great. You can go ahead and zip up for me. So overall, when we think of Klim, we think of really beefy options that can kind of take you anywhere. And that's pretty consistent with this remake of the Altitude. I would say that you're getting more consistent materials that you've seen with the men, which is great. So that's that beefiness. You're getting awesome armor that's going to really ventilate you. You're getting more ventilation through the jacket, and you're also just getting a really great look. I personally love the black on black and the leather on black. I think it's a really kind of like stealthy look, especially for something that you're investing for to go through all seasons and all over, the country wherever you are. So that's my opinion, but if you want to see what other women have to say about the Klim Altitude jacket and pants, head on over to RevZilla and see what they're saying in the reviews. If you want to speak to one of our lady gear geeks, give us a call at 877-792-9455 or shoot us an email at cs@revzilla.com. Thanks for taking a look at the Klim Altitude jacket and pants. I'm Alessandra. I'll see you on the road.